Survival Skills presents a police training video from the 1980s that was previously lost, and in it, Jim, played by Vayu O'Donnell, the perfect policeman, gets in over his head when he attempts to solve a domestic dispute outside the law. This is written and directed by Quinn Armstrong in his feature debut, and it went through the festival circuit throughout the year, receiving a lot of positive reviews before hitting VOD earlier this month. This is going to be a love it or hate it sort of film, as it's extremely against the grain and is a film that takes a lot of risks. Narratively, it is very creative, I will say. It's presented in the style of an old VHS. The quality of the film looks purposely deteriorated, and you'll have the black and white lines that go through a worn out VHS seen pretty consistently throughout the movie, and you can't always tell what's going on at times. Though what you can make of it, it clearly looks like a product of the 1980s, all with that cheesy feel-good music heard throughout the official parts of the training video. The film starts off strictly as if we're watching the police training video, and part of the joke is that Jim, who has these very sort of robotic movements, always has this huge smile on his face, and is this goody two-shoes sort of guy, which is exactly the type of character you'd see in an instructional video, and he has more or less the same personality off camera that he does on camera, which is the film's long-running joke, though I admit some people will find it polarizing, and it'll be difficult to want to follow this guy around for an hour and a half. As the film goes on though, what happens is that instead of following this film within a film, we'll see these characters more off script, and we'll instead focus on Jim trying to take matters into his own hand to solve this dispute, something which the woman in question doesn't really want him to do. In these moments, the film becomes a lot more serious, and it'll almost drastically shift in tone, which is something that people may find extremely off-putting. It's part of the joke that these characters' lives are vastly different than how they're portrayed in a cheesy training video, except for Jim, who's kind of the same, but I can see how some people find it jarring that we get this cheery music 1 second, and then the next it's this ultra-serious drama. On top of that, we also have a narrator played by Stacy Keach, who we repeatedly cut to, sitting at his desk, and things get even stranger without spoiling anything when he starts getting more involved in the actual story, and we'll even see him interacting with some of the characters within this video. This is a movie where we'll get a lot of moments of blending fantasy and reality, and you're not sure if parts of it are part of a gag, if they're there for this video, or if they're really happening. And all the while, this is as the quality of the video keeps deteriorating, and you won't even be able to make everything out, which is supposed to give it this creepy sort of feel. It tends to be pretty disorienting at times, and as a result, I can understand if you say you can't get on board with this. The most frustrating part is that after a while, it essentially becomes the thing it's trying to parody, and will mostly just maintain this super serious tone in the second half. It's an interesting experience though, and I found it to be a uniquely creative premise that tries to do some things out of the ordinary. There were enough moments that I thoroughly enjoyed that made it a decent enough watch, and if you like movies that are very against the grain, you may get something out of this. Survival Skills gets a 6.5 out of 10. So let me know, did you see Survival Skills, or are you planning to see it, and what were your thoughts? Did you find it funny? Did you enjoy the story? And what's one of your favorite 80s movies? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like it and share it. Plus, for more movie reviews and film discussion, please make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay updated. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll catch you next time.